Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for Game 2 between ICC and Co-Lin, as we're making adjustments up here. That sun beating down on us here in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. Adam Gore, Michael Upton getting set to bring Game 2 your way here. This is the Davis Ford pregame show, an abbreviated version of that, as we're going to invite you when next time you're looking for your next new or used automobile to visit 904 West Main Street right here in Fulton. It's just down the road from us on campus, or you can check out davisfordautosale.com to see their new and used inventory. That's Davis Ford, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. So it's going to be Maddie Miller to start things off here. ICC will start in the circle, Madison Jenkins. So Jenkins will get the start here in Game 1 as we're waiting for that First American National Bank opening pitch to come your way. ICC wins the first game 7-4. And that first pitch swung on, and it's going to be down for a base hit.
Yeah, I guess got right under the glove of the left fielder.
And that's going to be a 3:15 First American National Bank opening pitch. Remember to follow the flag from Iuka to Tupelo to find the First American National Bank location closest to you. First American National Bank, they've been proudly serving their customers for more than 55 years. So that was a leadoff single off the bat of Miller. So that pitch missing for a ball. That pitch missing for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. Still got a couple of housekeeping issues I can keep up with here. We were trying to get everybody updated on baseball, which they still lead that one 3-0 in the middle of the fifth. Game 1 down at Co-Lin. You can watch that one on CoLinAthletics.com. Shows bunt, pulls that one back for a ball. Upton, a similar start to the game here for ICC in Game 2.
So I was thinking
a little bit of a rocky start.
Yeah, not what our pitchers wanted to start the games with, but Burris was able to settle down and attack the hitters in Game 1. I think Jenkins will be able to do the same here.
That last hit by Miller was her second hit of the day. She did reach twice in the first game of the day on a fielder's choice and a walk. And ball 4. Well, that one just missing that outside corner. And so Co-Lin starting things off in a positive note hit here, as they've got runners on first and second with no outs, and Brabham coming to the plate, the third baseman.
Yeah, that's the type of start we normally see from Jenkins. She comes in today with 11 appearances, 8 wins and 0 losses, Stroking out 38, only walked 8 for a 1.76 ERA.
Got to give a shout out to my buddy Tim Sullivan. He said, made it here watching from the outfield. Go Tribe. I believe Danny Harmon also checking in on the Indians today. This pitch ripped. Center fielder going to go back. They're going to test the arm. Instead, they're going to throw it to second. Smart play. But now the ball gets away. The run thought about scoring that time, so the runner does end up advancing on the error.
Now batting.
So sacrifice fly that moves the runners up. E4 allowed the runner to advance to first to second after ball got away from her covering second base. Well, Co-Lin, you needed to get a good start here as there is one out in the inning. As that pitch across for a strike, 0-1 is the count. As this is Carter, the catcher, at the plate. Runners on second and third with one away here. Swung on and missed for a strike there. Nice rise ball. Carried up a little bit too far for Carter. Carter was 2 for 4 in the first game of the day. She did have a single and a double in that 7-4 loss to the Indians in the first game. Jenkins in the circle. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Timely Renaissance Bank strikeout there, first of the game for Jenkins.
Definitely. Getting that second out really limits what those base runners can do. You don't have to worry about them as much. Just focus on Blanchard coming to the plate.
Yeah, if the Indians can get out of this inning with no damage done, would be huge here. But here comes Blanchard. Blanchard had a triple that scored a run. She's going to stand in and take that first pitch for a ball. She pitched the first game of the day. That was actually her first loss on the season. She fell to 8-1. She's the DP in game 2, batting in that 5th spot. She also had a single, so she was 2 for 3 on the day at the plate. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Basketball, they trail at halftime against East Mississippi. That game going on in Scuba. We'll try to get you that score here in a moment. As that pitch just missing inside for a ball.
Yeah, New Umpire not going to get that same inside corner quite yet.
Lady Indians down 36-21 at halftime. You can catch that game at emccathletics.com/live. 2-1 is the count. This one popped up, foul territory. Posey gets chased, but it'll get out of play. And it'll even up the count now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runners on second and third here for Co-Lin in the top of the first. Game 2 between ICC and Co-Lin. Co-Lin comes in ranked 3 in the country. ICC number 6. Waiting the pitch here from Jenkins. Popped up. And the right fielder will come in, call everyone off, and make the play. Huge rally there defensively by the Indians after a leadoff walk and a leadoff hit, a walk, and then an error put runners in scoring position. ICC is able to get 3 consecutive outs to get out of the inning there. Let's keep it here real quick and take a look at today's Coca-Cola starting lineup for your ICC Indians. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination. And the ICC lineup will look like this. Leading things off will be the center fielder, Mackenzie Patterson. Batting second will be the left fielder, Katie Rutledge. Batting third will be the catcher, Kara Hayes. Batting fourth will be Ivy Watts. Batting fifth will be Brianna Posey. The DP today, batting sixth, will be Madison Jenkins. She's actually pitching today, so she'll be the 1 and DP. Hannah Henry, she is batting seventh, playing in second base. Connor Stevens is the number 8 batter. She's playing in right field, just made that last out to end the first inning. And then batting ninth will be Katie Boatner. In the circle for Co-Lin is going to be Bella Lucky. And Upton, let's talk about some numbers there on Lucky.
All right, Lucky this is her 10th appearance of the year. She has an 8-0 record. Has pitched 57 innings. Has given up 12 walks to 28 strikeouts and has a 1.35 ERA.
And we got a last-second change. Just looking at some numbers at Madison Jenkins for ICC, who got to start here in game 2. Kind of caught you off guard on that one there, Upton.
Oh, yeah, we got those earlier while you were updating, but we'll go through them again. This is the 12th appearance for Madison today. Also an 8-0 record, like Lucky. She has 8 walks and 38 strikeouts and a 1.76 coming into the game today.
Well, here comes Mackenzie Patterson. She was red hot in game 1, went 3 for 4, had 4 RBIs on that grand slam. She also had a pair of singles, 3 runs scored. She stole a base. So Mackenzie did everything but come up here and broadcast the game in the first game of the day.
I believe if we gave her the opportunity, she would have.
Takes that first pitch for a ball. And Patterson
that one off the side of the helmet.
Gets
hit.
Face. Yeah,
thank goodness for the face mask.
No doubt. And she was hit in a steal attempt earlier today, too. The ball kind of flew up and caught her on her elbow. And so Patterson, smiling, gives a thumbs up to the home plate umpire, says she's good. And now this is going to bring up Katie Rutledge. Katie also red hot today, as she was 3 for 3 with a triple, a stolen base, 2 stolen bases actually, or no, a stolen base and RBI, and 3 runs scored there in the first game today. Takes that first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. So 0-1 is the count here on Rutledge, who is playing in left field. She had a nice diving play defensively to get an out that kind of helped the Indians in the long run to cut down some of those runs in the rally put on by Co-Lin in game 1. Shows bunt, pulls back, takes it for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, her play to get out the lead batter in the top of the 7th was key, because if that would have been a 1-on, then their momentum just would have kept running.
And so 1-1 now is the count. As Rutledge awaiting the pitch here. Lucky working a slow pace, as there's going to be a bunt laid down. It's going to get through the gap.
Patterson's speed's going to carry her all the way to third.
Big time hit there as the infield was in, and that's what we said. If you can poke it by the infield the way they've charged in today, if we could ever find that gap and get through, it could be trouble, and that was the case there. Big time hit there for Rutledge as she stays hot, gets her 4th hit of the day, and now here comes Kara Hayes, the catcher. She was 0 for 3 in the first game of the day, but can really come up with a big-time hit here with runners on the corners for the Indians.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Coach Kirk and his staff, they're sharp. They see those things in game 1. And
runner goes to second without a throw as the pump tried to draw Patterson from third, as she was just walking back to the bag that time. So Rutledge basically gets a free pass to second. And so now anything to the right side of the field would be huge here, especially if it gets down for Hayes. Stands in, takes that pitch for a ball. 2-0 now is the count.
Be great to see the Lady Indians jump on Co-Lin early here as they did in the last game, get ahead.
And that pitch called a strike. Maybe a makeup call for that last one. That last one looked a little bit more of a strike than that one, but either way it goes, 2-1 now is the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Runners on second and third. That was the situation with Co-Lin. They had runners on second and third with 1 out. And a big swing and a miss there. 2-2 now goes the count. So the Wolves trying to answer the bell here in the bottom half and get out of a jam here. The Indians, though, would love to be able to push some runs across here early on. Game 2 between ICC and Co-Lin. As this one fouled off. And we'll stay at 2-2. If you're just now joining us, you missed an instant classic. 7-4, ICC gets the win in the first game of the day. As we said, that was Big-time softball between two of the top 10 teams in the country. And expect the same thing here in game 2. Hayes looks at that one for a strike. Great pitch coming back in on the inside that time by Lucky. First Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Lucky. She and Jenkins each with 1 strikeout so far in the contest. So with 1 out now, runners at second and third, this is going to be Ivy Watts at the plate. Watts playing first base, batting in that cleanup position.
Yeah, in game 1, she increased her team lead on RBIs, and really would love to see those continue to go up right here.
Looks at that first pitch, missing just barely for a ball. She had a sacrifice fly to score a run in the first, and then flew out to right and grounded out to the pitcher. So she was 0 for 2 in the first game of the day. You know, she's loved to find her first hit here. Takes that pitch in the dirt for a ball. 2-0 now goes the count. 2 balls, no strike, 1 out. Runners at second and third. You've got a lot of speed on the bases for the Indians right now. Watts has got power at the plate. Swings on this one, up the middle. Only play is going to be to first, and so it will work as a RBI ground out. So a productive out there for Watts.
Now batting, number 24, the third baseman.
So score that one 6-3 on the putout. The RBI goes to Watts, and ICC takes a 1-0 lead after Patterson, who was hit by a pitch, scores. And now this is going to be Posey at the plate with a runner at third and 2 outs. Ball in the dirt, ball 1. Posey 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts in the first game today. ICC leads it 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Looks at that pitch. It just misses inside for a ball. 2-0 now goes the count here to Posey. Posey playing third base. She's one of those that you got to respect her power. When she runs into one, it can fly for a day and a half. As this one fouled back off the netting, 2-1 now goes the count. For Posey, she's one of those, she's got the power. Now it's going to be more about coming in situational hitting, coming up with a hit, you know, going with pitches in that situation, because so far this season it's kind of been feast or famine for Posey.
Indeed, she leads the team with 5 home runs, but you also want to be able to see those productive at-bats when you can't go over the fence as well.
That one fouled back now, evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runner at third here for the Indians. ICC leads it 1-0 after an RBI ground out by Ivy Watts, scored Mackenzie Patterson. Co-Lin looking to get out of the inning here with minimum damage done. Ground ball, second baseman finds it, easy toss over. 4-3 to end the inning, but ICC leads it. They score 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the second inning. ICC leads it 1-0. It'll be Wilkinson, Djokovic, and Norman due up when we come back.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back now as we go to the top of the second inning. ICC with a 1-0 lead after a ground out that resulted in an RBI for Ivy Watts that scored Mackenzie Patterson. ICC took the first game of the day 7-4. As we got an extended inning here, as normally we can barely get in a minute's worth of commercials, but now we're rolling here. So it's going to be Madeline Wilkinson, Bella Djokovic, and Jonna Norman due up here in the top of the second.
Wilkinson.
Adam Gore, Michael Upton bringing you this action here on what has turned into a very warm Saturday afternoon in Fulton.
Yeah, a little breeze going. It keep the temperature down just a little bit, but still beautiful day at the ballpark.
So Wilkinson at the plate. She's playing in left field. Takes that first pitch across for a strike. That first inning was brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Remember, when we get back in the fall, things are going to be back to normal, so they'll be having their Monday night 7:07 services coming your way. That's the ICC BSU, as that pitch just missing for a ball evens things up at 1-1. Follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU. Brother Chris Burrows and company, they do a great job over there. One of the, I guess you can say, longest tenured organizations on campus. As that pitch fouled off, 1-2 now goes the count, and also one of the largest clubs on campus as well. That's the ICC BSU. 1-2 is the count here to Wilkinson.
Yeah, I venture to say there's very few students who have come through ICC that haven't had at least one Wednesday lunch at the BSU.
That is a very fair statement. 1-2 pitch coming, missing outside. 2-2 now is the count. Top of the second, no outs. Wilkinson, Dukovic, and Norman scheduled up here for the Wolves. This one's going to be hit to the second baseman. Gets it, tosses it over for the out. 4-3 for those of you scoring at home.
Now batting for the
Random
Wolves.
question.
First baseman,
Does anybody still score baseball or softball at home?
I wonder.
I do, just because it's just sort of second nature. Even when I go to MLB games, I'll get one of the scorecards, a pencil, and
you see that a lot.
Yeah.
But at home, you wonder.
Yeah, I think it's just force of habit more than anything. So with a ground out to second, that first pitch to Dukovic is in there for a strike from Madison Jenkins.
But if you're, I'd say, a baseball purist or traditionalist, or even softball purist or traditionalist, that is part of the game, is to keep up with that scorecard and track it. Much different than in football or basketball.
As I missed that one there, 1-1 now is the count. Middle of the sixth inning, baseball, ICC leading 4-0 over Co-Lin. That's in game one. That game's scheduled for 9 innings. You can watch that one on CoLinAthletics.com if you're looking for that one there. We do want to say a special hello to those watching in favor of Co-Lin this afternoon. As always, a hello to the ICC family that tunes in here for softball each time that we're on the air. This pitch fouled off, and we'll go to 2-2.
Yeah, we're blessed with a lot of loyal viewers who watch the games, call in, text in, let us know they're watching, and then a lot that come to the games every match. So many wonderful folks that make an appearance.
As we'll try to update Twitter with baseball here in a moment. 2-2 now is the count with one out, as this is Dukovic at the plate here. Ground ball, that's going to be a foul ball, and a good at bat going right now for Dukovic. She's fouled off a couple of pitches, as even up the count at 2-2, so we're going to try to find a way to get on base. ICC leads this one 1-0 after a ground out to short scored Mackenzie Patterson. That was Ivy who drove in that run. And a swing and a miss for strike three. Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day. 2 away now, and this is.
I had Norman.
This is number 20 at the plate. Norman, second baseman. Yeah, it's been a busy day. We're trying to get some sort of coverage on what we got going. Volleyball, basketball, sports going. Yeah. Still don't top spring break week when we had 21 events.
In 7 days.
In 7 days. It's been a fun spring.
And the key to remembering that is that 2 of those days there's nothing happened.
Yes. Snap throw over is in time. 6-3 to get the out. Great stretch there by Watts. to help get the out there. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 up and 3 down go the Wolves there in the top of the second. 2 up for the Indians will be the 6, 7, 8 batters. Jenkins, Henry, and Stevens. But we're going to take a break before we get to them and hear a few words from our sponsors, including Sonic. And be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The top's right here, look.
Oh. You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tide!
Jenkins.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the bottom of the second inning. 6, 7, 8, the batters, and it'll be Madison Jenkins to start us off here. Madison was 0 for 1 with 2 walks in the first game of the day, so you can tell she's got a little frustrated with herself that she hadn't been able to put the bat on the ball and kind of forced her out of her rhythm when she took those first 2 walks as she takes that first pitch for strike 1. So you just got to settle down, let it come to you.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if, pitching this game as well, which is normal for her, has an effect on that.
This ball popped up infield, first baseman coming over and makes a play for the out. Well, you see that a lot in those situations there when you're kind of forcing at the plate. You chase some pitches that you normally wouldn't chase and get those pop-ups. So a pop-up there to first base with 1 out now, and this is going to be Hannah Henry coming to the plate. And that's a 5-3 put out of Henry.
In the 8th slot from Amory, the right fielder, number 30, Connor Stevens.
And this will be Connor Stevens coming to the plate now with 2 outs. And so she'll try to spark the bats here for the Indians in the bottom of the second. Swings on the first pitch she sees, pops it up, and it's going to get out of play down the right field side. So that'll go for strike 1. So Co-Lin went 3 up, 3 down in the top part of the inning. Trying to return serve with a 3 up, 3 down inning here for the Indians in the bottom of the second. 1-0 ICC with the lead. That pitch high and outside. 1-1 now is the count. And that pitch missing. 2-1 now is the count. So awaiting this 2-1 offering here to Stevens. And that one missing for a ball. Thought I heard a bark for a strike, but called it a ball. 3-1 now is the count. She hit the ball hard in the first game, just played atom ball a couple of times and hit it directly to the left fielder and directly to the third baseman. And a swing and a miss there. Took a healthy chop. Makes the count now go full at 3-2.
Yeah, after a couple inside pitches, she set her up on the outside and got her to chase that one.
So now Stevens going to have to protect the dish here. 3-2 pitch coming. Pops this one up. First baseman's going to give chase, but it's going to get out of play.
Activates the dog pound.
Activates the dog pound. I like that. And again, we talked about it in the first game. We'll talk about it in game 2. If you hear some barking anytime the ball is hit foul towards the ICC dugout, it's because in one game out in left field, Mackenzie Patterson gave chase to a ball that got down to a gap where a dog was out there, and she got out there and it started barking at her. So it's kind of carried over to to the dugout, as that's going to be a good at-bat there by Stevens to draw the walk. First walk of the day issued by Lucky, and now this will bring up the shortstop, Katie Boatner. So this will be Boatner coming to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on first. Boatner was 1 for 3 with a single, a run scored, and a strikeout in the first game of the day. So 1-0 is the count after that pitch, missing low for a ball. Slap hit is going to go foul.
Hit the coach for Co-Lin. I think she's okay there.
Well, I didn't see that. I was looking over at first base as Stevens tripped over her own feet and fell.
Well,
so hopefully she is, 1, hopefully the coach from Co-Lin's okay. 2, hopefully Connor Stevens is okay as well. That pitch finds the outside corner. A nice delivery there for Lucky, as now the count goes 1-2. So Boatner's going to have to guard the dish here with a 1-2 count. 2 outs and a runner on first. Hit to the shortstop. Going to have to hurry and just beats her.
Man, so close.
Bang, bang play there, and I do believe the umpire got it right as she got the ball just before she put her foot down. And so that will get it in the inning there. So we've played 2 here in Fulton. ICC continues to lead it 1-0. We'll take a break. And let's hear from Little Caesars and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's going to stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser, only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back as we move now to the top of the third inning. For Co-Lin to be the 9-1-2 batters coming up. Carly Leak, Maddie Miller, and Shelby Maxwell due up here for the Wolves. Well, we played 2, and this game's sort of kind of following the first game of the day. Low scoring early, and then we'll start maybe seeing the bats get heated up a little bit later on here. But ICC able to capitalize on a ground ball by Ivy Watts to score Mackenzie back in the first to take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, as we roll back around to the top end of the batting orders, once they've seen the pitcher one time through, we'll see if the offenses pick up like they did in game 1.
So this is Leak at the plate. She was 1 for 3 with a strikeout and a single in her first at bat. Well, we talked a little too soon about the baseball team as that pitch just missed. Big inning for Co-Lin. It's now 4-4 after 6 complete in game 1.
Well, as Mackenzie Patterson showed us in game 1 here, all it takes is one batter to change that scoreboard.
And again, we talk about just the MACCC as this is a deep fly ball to the right side of the field, and that's going to go for the out. We talk about this conference. That's what you get. No leads ever a safe lead.
Not at all.
As Co-Lin proving that in baseball, they now tie it 4 after 6 complete. Fly ball now. We go back to the top of the lineup as this is Miller at the plate. Miller saw the first pitch and hit it for a single to start the contest. That was back at the 3:15 mark with our First American National Bank opening pitch. That pitch across for a strike. This third inning being brought to you by the Bank of Okolona. John Harrod and all the great folks out there at the Bank of Okolona is proud to help bring ICC softball your way. Visit bankofokolona.com for more information or stop by and see them at 227 West Main Street in Okolona. And also, don't forget about their branches, the Houston Banking Center, the Bank of Manatee, and the Calhoun Banking Center as well. That's the Bank of Okolona, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics here on the ICC Sports Network. 0-2 is the count now here to Miller. Awaiting the pitch is on its way, missing high and outside. Not a bad spot to miss that time, especially for a slap hitter to see if you couldn't get her to chase, but a great eye on the part of Miller to hold off on that one and make the count go 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Top of the third, ICC with a 1-0 lead. Ground ball, but the shortstop played it perfect, throws it over, and retires the speedy Miller. 6-3 for those of you scoring at home. That was a tough play, because even though the infield was in, that ball gets on you in a hurry. Got to get the ball out across the way in a hurry as well. As now with 2 outs in the inning, this will be Maxwell coming to the plate. She walked, advanced to second on an error, but both runners back in the first were left stranded in scoring position. As that pitch finds the corner for a strike from Jenkins. 2 outs, nobody on here. Top of the third, game 2. ICC won the first game 7-4 thanks to a grand slam on the part of Mackenzie Patterson and a great closing effort by Emily Robinson to pick up her 6th save of the season. By the way, those 6 saves lead the country. So Robinson getting the job done again for the Indians.
Yeah, she's been fantastic all year as a freshman coming in and being the primary reliever for this team.
Swing and a miss. Now makes the count go 1-2. Jenkins looking for her 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game to end the inning here and see if they can get those bats fired up if you're an ICC fan. If you're a Co-Lin fan, thanks for watching. You'd love to see them spark the bats here with 2 outs in the top of the third. 1-2 pitch coming. Outside, evens up the count now at 2-2. Well, if you're going to throw it outside, you want to get a little bit closer to make them think about swinging, but either way, not a bad spot. Not a bad time to miss, I guess you should
got
say.
an opportunity when you're ahead like that to work with a batter.
2-2 pitch. And it's going to hit and be off the glove of the third baseman. And so, I'll be honest, guys, I didn't see that, so it's going to go for a hit. They say a hard hit at the infield that was thrown in that time, so it'll go for a single for Maxwell. Yeah, I've got 2 of my binders stacked up in front of me to try to block the sun, and when I look down at my stat sheet, I'm working with a yellow legal pad, so anytime I look up, I see yellow in front of me.
Yeah, that was just a hard hit ball that she made the play on, attempted to make the play on, but couldn't get a hold of, and good defense on the shortstop to back her up there.
So Brabham will come to the plate now and looks at that first pitch outside for a ball. So Co-Lin, she had a sacrifice fly, but they couldn't cash in with them earlier. As that ball missing for a ball. The legendary, the honorary, the great, the majestic, the wonderful Mr. Jim Ingram checking in, saying, doing a good job, gentlemen.
Always glad to hear from Mr. Jim.
As this ball's popped up, infield, second baseman basically just stands up, watches it into her gloves, and squeezes it for out number 3.
1 hit.
So the Wolves still leave runners stranded, this time not in scoring position here, as Co-Lin gets no runs on 1 hit and no errors. 1-0 is your score. We'll head to the bottom of the third, back to the top of the lineup for ICC, Patterson, Rutledge, and Hayes. But before we get to that, let's hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works,
the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do, and we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women in the communities they influence every day.
The center fielder, number 1.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the bottom of the third inning. It's been a pitcher's duel so far. ICC with only 1 hit in the contest, but they do lead it 1-0. As Bella Lucky has tossed a pretty good one so far. She struck out 1, walked 1, hit a batter. ICC got a ground out RBI by Ivy Watts that scored Patterson, who was hit by a pitch in her first at bat. And that's the difference in the game right now. Jenkins, she's given up 2 hits, has struck out 2, has walked 1. So that pitch goes high for a ball. Well, again, we talked about it, kind of mimicking the first game of the day where bats were slow to start, then got heated up midway through the contest. So we'll see if that one stays true to what we saw in the first game of the day. Patterson at the plate. Stands in and watches that one bounce out of the glove of the pitcher.
And into her.
And say into her, but doesn't count as a hit batsman. I don't know that I've ever seen that before, so 3-0 now is the count. Taking the whole way that time, and she will head down to first with the free pass.
Yeah, her on-base percentage is going to be through the roof after these 2 games today.
So now this is going to bring up Rutledge. Rutledge, we talked about, she was red hot in game 1 as well. She went 3 for 3. She's 4 for 4 with a stolen base, 2 stolen bases actually. She scored 3 runs, 2 runs in that first game, and also stole a base. She's going to square to bunt, pulls back, swings on it, fouls it back into your living room, and that goes for strike 1. Looks like women's basketball is going final. We'll try to get that score for you here in a moment. David Radzinski, the SID out at
I think she was in ahead of the tag, and if I'm Coach Kirk, I'm definitely arguing that one. Her foot was in before the tag was applied to the shoulder, so.
Yeah, and I didn't get a chance. I was trying to find the score for basketball, so I didn't necessarily see it on the play that time. So
yeah, her foot was, I don't know if our replay was going to be able to get that cleanly enough, but disappointing.
So 2-6 caught stealing on that one. And what a rally by the women's basketball team. They were down at halftime. They come back to win 51-50.
Fantastic.
The final score there in basketball, and a big win there for Coach Robin Porter and her Lady Indians.
Yeah, they have been strong all year, and that is a fantastic way to respond when they're down in a game late in the year.
Yeah. I believe they were down 15 at halftime. That's correct. So down 15 at halftime, come back and win by 1 at East Mississippi. That's not an easy task. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Throw over is in time, 1-3 to retire Rutledge. So after getting caught stealing was Patterson. Now there's 2 away, and this is going to be Kara Hayes at the plate. Big inning here for Co-Lin. They caught Patterson trying to steal after she walked, then got Rutledge out. Those have been 2 tough outs today. And so now if they can get this 3-up, 3-down inning, you got to feel that momentum may be shifting the way of the blue and white.
They would definitely feel that way, at least for themselves.
So that first pitch missing for a ball, much to the dismay of the Co-Lin faithful that made the trip here to Fulton. A good crowd that's coming out to support Co-Lin today. And that pitch in there for a strike. I think maybe a little bit of those boo birds got in the ear of the home plate umpire that got the call there.
Yeah, this umpire has shown a little more of a makeup call than the umpire in game 1 has.
And that one missing for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. So waiting the 2-1 offering here to Hayes. Hayes stands in, takes that beautiful pitch on the inside corner. Evens of the count now at 2-2. That's just a tough pitch to hit, but a great location there on the part of Lucky to be able to paint that corner. Evens things up at 2-2 now. Change up, waited on it, hits it. It's going to be trouble. No, the left fielder was able to find. Well, actually kind of slipped when she started running, but was able to camp underneath it and get the 3-up, 3-down inning after catching the runner trying to steal. We've played 3 in Fulton. 1-0 ICC with the lead, but Co-Lin starting to grab a little bit of Lady Mo. We'll see how things wrap up here from Fulton. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to hear from Little Caesars and more here on the ICC Sports Network.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tide!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Well, there's trouble brewing out in center field.
It is a scary sight indeed out there, just beyond the outfield fence.
Yeah, you can kind of see them out there gathered in center field. That's C.J. Adams and Christian Adams. Kristen Adams out there, but Kate Adams and Emmy are out there running around. So that's the trouble that is brewing out there in center field. But either way it goes, we've got a ball game going right now. 1-0 ICC with the lead. We're in the top of the 4th. Carter, Blanchard, and Wilkinson due up here for Co-Lin. This is where you want to be if you're Co-Lin and making this rally. As that pitch across for a strike, they were red hot later in that game there. They had a double, a triple, really sparked that big 3-run inning to get back in the contest. So if it's going to start, it needs to start right now here for the Wolves.
Yeah, they were so strong at the end of the game, and Emily Robinson was able to shut them down the second time through, thankfully.
And that pitch missing. 1-1 now is the count. Baseball, middle of the 7th. ICC has retaken the lead 5-4. That's over Co-Lin in baseball. That's at Co-Lin. You can see that game on CoLinAthletics.com. Pitch goes high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. Anytime you see me randomly go wide in this situation is whenever I've got to update Twitter. Remind you to follow us on Twitter at ICC, or at Let's Go ICC. Swing and a miss for strike 2, and a big time swing and a miss there.
Yeah, she got Carter strikeout in the first inning, so love to follow that up, get her 2 in a row.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here from Jenkins to Carter. That one just a little bit high for a ball. Now the count goes full. Good eye. Able to hold off on that one. She got her on a rise ball earlier. Couldn't get her to chase there. 3-2 now is the count. So Jenkins getting set to deliver here. And, the batter thought that was strike 3. As she
so did Jenkins.
And she's going to end up heading over to first with the walk.
The DP, number 9, Blanchard.
Excuse me.
Blanchard.
So Carter gets the gift there. As we said, you saw her kind of head towards the dugout, but instead gets the free pass on a leadoff walk. And now this is going to be Blanchard. As we said, Co-Lin in the spot they want to be to try to rally and see if they can't tie this thing up as they trail at 1-0 in the 4th. Indians in baseball up 5-4 over Co-Lin after a Tyler Murphy sacrifice fly gives the Indians the 1-run lead there in game 1, middle of the 7th. Hard hit ground ball. Going to go to second with it. And they got her.
Very close
bang play for sure there. As it looked like Posey for a second was kind of figuring out where she wanted to go with the ball.
Number 24,
and was able to get Carter just in the nick of time over at second base. And that's going to be a fielder's choice to Blanchard. And now up is going to be Wilkinson with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. That pitch in there for a strike. Runner at first base. That is Blanchard, who just reached on the fielder's choice. That retired Carter in a bang play over at second. Wilkinson at the plate. She grounded out to second. And there's going to be a ground ball, and third baseman gets it, throws over in time. And a little bit of trouble there for ICC as the shortstop came up in
communication.
Yeah. Shortstop looked like she was going to have the feet on it.
Number 14.
Posey comes and takes care of it. Another fielder's choice there. Retires Blanchard 5-4 on the play. And now with 2 outs, runner at first, this is going to be Djokovic, who struck out swinging in her first at bat. She is one of 2 Renaissance Bank strikeout victims of the day for Jenkins, as she takes that first pitch in there for a strike. So 0-1 now is the count here to Djokovic. Jenkins working methodically here. This ball popped up, backing out of play. As 0-1 now is the count here. 0-2, excuse me, is the count here to Djokovic. Will be a big time here for a Renaissance Bank strikeout. As Jenkins, she's got 2 of those on the day, looking for a third. That pitch just missing high and outside for a ball. Not a bad spot to miss. 1-2 now goes the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. That's the situation here with the runner at first for Co-Lin. They trail it 1-0. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Jenkins slings it over, and that will do it. 1-3 on the putout there.
No errors, 1 runner left.
1 was left on base. As ICC clinging tight to that 1-0 lead, as when they come back to the plate, it'll be Watts, Posey, and Jenkins, the middle of the lineup, due up for the Indians. But before we get to that, let's take a timeout, hear a word from Coke, and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Gee willikers, this Coca-Cola Zero Sugar tastes mighty delicious.
Come on, buddy. It has 0 sugar.
But it tastes great.
Let's take the breakables away. If you keep lying like this, you'll be a puppet forever.
But it's the honest truth.
You'll never be a real boy.
No, it's no lie.
You're right. It's delicious.
Told you. I never lie.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The top's right here, look.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
Ivy Watts.
And welcome back as we get set here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ivy Watts will lead us off here. Well, she's been the difference in the game so far. It was an RBI ground out by Watts that scored Patterson back in the 1st inning. And that's where we're sitting right now with your Sonic scoring update, 1-0.
Quick reflexes by Lucky.
Look back at that one.
For the Lady Indians, the third baseman, number 24. Brianna.
Yeah, that one hard hit, and a good job that time. And I tell you that as the game of softball evolves and girls get stronger, not saying they're not strong now, but they continue to get stronger year after year, plays like that are extremely scary, and you got to have some guts and a little bit of crazy to you to play in the infield in softball. I wouldn't do it. As that first pitch in there for a strike to Posey.
Yeah, you do worry when you see some of these pitchers and third basemen that don't wear a mask to protect themselves.
Pop up, and the right fielder's going to call off the second baseman to get it for out number 2.
Now batting.
So 2 quickly away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And now this is going to be Madison Jenkins. Jenkins popped up to the first baseman, and a major league pop-up, if you will. So she's going to try to come back and see if she can heat the bats up here for the Indians. 2 outs. And there are nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th. This is that first pitch across for a strike.
Yeah, the Indians need a spark from somebody. We've got 1 hit in the game, and thankfully we're able to advance that run in the first inning. But other than that, a 1-run lead is not going to hold against a team as strong as Co-Lin.
That pitch missing for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Continue our scoreboard update being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. We've played 7 in baseball. ICC leads it 5-4. That's in game 1 at Co-Lin. And a big swing and a miss there. She took a healthy chop at that one. If she timed that one up, it was going to go a long, long way. But instead goes for strike 2. 1-2 now is the count with 2 outs here in the inning. So Jenkins looking at that pitch, low for a ball, evens the count now at 2-2. Such a great game, high-scoring game in the first game. This has just been an outstanding pitcher's duel here in game 2. As Jenkins looks at that one for strike 3, and Lucky closes the door with another 3-up, 3-down inning. That was another Renaissance-based strikeout, the second of the game there for Bella Lucky. We've played 4. ICC still holding a 1-0 lead. Momentum up for grabs as we'll come back with the top of the 5th with the 8th, 9th, and 1 batters. Norman, Leak, and Miller due up. But before we do that, let's hear from First American National Bank and be back with more right after this.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me. And the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance. And I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
To start the first inning, so it's 1-0. ICC with the lead here in the top of the 5th. Adam Gore, Michael Upton bringing you this action here on the ICC Sports Network. We appreciate everyone tuning in. Say a special hello to those that are in support of Co-Lin this afternoon. First pitch, line out.
Fantastic play by Watts at first base.
See if I might have got that one on the Little Caesars instant
For the Lady
replay.
Wolves, the shortstop, number 13, Leak.
Just got it there, and a great play, as you said. If that one bounces out of the glove or even gets by Ivy, that's going to go for extra bases. So a great web gem there by Watts to get the first out of the inning. Now this is Leak. She flew out to right field, and her first at bat takes that first pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Well, a quick inning for the Indians is still 5-4. That's in the middle of the 8th there in game 1 at Co-Lin. That's the ICC baseball update being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. That pitch missing for a ball and looked pretty good from up here, but don't. Our opinion don't matter sometimes. Most times, all the time.
I would venture to say this umpire, compared to Game 1, has not been as consistent on his calls.
And that pitch missing high for a ball. 3-0 now goes the count here to Carly Leak, who's batting in that 9 spot. So Jenkins has got to come back to Leak here in this situation. 3-0 is the count. Instead, just looked like she might have tried a little too much that time and overthrew. And now that'll be a 1-out walk issued as we head to the top of the lineup with Miller coming to the plate. She is 1 for 2 here in Game 2. Swung on the first pitch she saw and reached on a single, but she was left stranded in scoring position. And she also grounded out to the shortstop in her previous at-bat. So Co-Lin trying to spark a rally here late in Game 2. They trail it 1-0. ICC won the first game of the day, 7-4. Trying to find a way to get the sweep of the number 3 team in the country, Co-Lin. ICC ranked 6th in the country.
Coach Kirk going to come out and have a little conversation with his team.
So a quick conversation on the mound here. Let's hear from Sonic. Back with more right after this.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The top's right here, look.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
And welcome back. Don't look like we got a change going on there. Just think up that you were talking about during the break. Look like they want to make sure everybody's on the same page on what to do defensively in this situation and how they want to play Miller here. As Miller's been a tough out for the Indians today. And, you know, she's got a lot of speed on the bases here, so the infield will be in this case. First baseman playing at normal depth. And that pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, with only a 1-run lead, you really want to do the best you can to get rid of that lead runner. So they want to make sure the defensive lineup is right where it needs to be.
So 1-1 is the count here to Miller. Lays down the bunt. There's only going to be one play, and it's to first, and it's in time. We'll call that a sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. As a runner advanced to second, puts the tying run in scoring position. And that's going to be the first time this afternoon since the first inning that the tying run has been in scoring position here for Co-Lin. So now with 2 outs, runner at second, this is going to bring up Maxwell, who had a single in her previous at-bat, walked and advanced to second on an error. And she was eventually left stranded back in the first. That pitch high and inside for a ball.
Yeah, the ICC playing in defensively again, but again with 2 outs, you can focus on the batter and the lead, and at first base, not have to worry about that runner at second.
So 1-0 is the count here to Maxwell. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there. Just took a little bit off of it. Had Maxwell well ahead of that one. Evens the count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Tying run at second here for Co-Lin. Maxwell 1 for 1 on the game with a walk. And a liner right back to the pitcher. That's what we say. You got to be good and a touch of crazy to play on the infield, as that was just a blistering shot right back to the pitcher. And ICC gets out of the jam. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning, where to be the 7, 8, 9 batters. Henry, Stevens, and Boatner scheduled up for ICC. But before we do that, let's hear a few words from our sponsors, including Ricky Dale Murphy, and be back with more right after this.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, Or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And from my family, Roll Tide!
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Henry.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as ICC trying to pick up some insurance runs here late in the contest. 1-0 is the lead as we're in the bottom of the fifth. Hannah Henry will lead us off. Henry grounded out to the third baseman in her first plate appearance here in game 2 and stands in, takes that first pitch for strike 1. The Indians need some hits out of the bottom part of this lineup. They have been kind of quiet today. There's going to be a grounder. Third baseman's going to have to hurry, and right on time, an infield single there for Henry. She's like, Gore, I got you. And she starts us off with a single there.
It's got to take somebody to get on and get it started. We saw that in game 1 from Co-Lin late in the game whenever they just took one to get going and they got contagious. Let's see if the Lady Indians can do the same here.
So Connor Stevens, who walked in her only at bat so far in the game, comes in, squares to bunt, lays it down. It's a good one. Throw over to first is in time, as that'll be a sacrifice bunt laid down by Stevens to get the runner
The shortstop
over to second. 2-4 on that putout.
Boatner.
That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice given for our sins. That's the ICC BSU. Now Boatner at the plate. Takes that first pitch for a strike. We can't say enough about these two pitchers today. They've pitched well. They've pitched well without getting in trouble. They've pitched well when they've gotten in some jams to get out of them. Pretty impressive game 2 here if you're a fan of defense and pitching. That pitch missing low for a ball. And the runner's going to try to go to third, and
she got underneath. She got underneath the tag there.
So Coach Kirk rolling the dice there to get the runner in at third base, and she said the tag was high, and Hannah Henry steals third. And now with one out, there's a lot you can do here. And you're going to see the Co-Lin defense probably come in hard, anticipating a bunt, especially the left side of the defense. We're going to go to the wide camera so you can see that. That's exactly what they're doing. Bunt's popped up. It will get back off the netting, and that will go for a strike. 1-2 now is the count.
And great opportunity for Boatner here, but we've got to take advantage of the opportunity and get that run in.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Yeah, you're right. The Indians got to find a way to get this run in somehow here. Co-Lin, though, would love to shut them down. That ball in the dirt, scooped up nicely that time by the catcher, Carter, to keep the runner over at third base. This is Boatner. 0 for 1 here in game 2. Boy, a hit here would be timely and huge for the Indians. Pops it up, and no, what a great play there by the shortstop. Thought that one had a chance as the shortstop leak, showing off some jets, made that play. And now, wow, what a difference this makes here. And looks like we're going to have a meeting in the circle with Co-Lin. Let's take a quick break here from the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi and be back.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back now as that brief meeting in the circle Didn't last too long. Looks like no changes would be made there. Got to give a quick shout-out to the myth, the man, the legend. That is Cliff Newell, watching here on Let's Go ICC TV down in Brandon, Mississippi. Appreciate Cliff tuning in this afternoon. Grace is behaving, so we're good.
Although she didn't share cheese sticks, she is behaving.
True. That is true. As Patterson stands in, takes that first pitch low for a ball.
Yeah, you're not surprised that the Co-Lin want to talk about what to do with Patterson here, as she's been on base almost every time today in any way she can get there.
Baseball's heading to the 9th inning with the Indians leading 5-4. As Patterson takes that pitch in there for a strike, 1-1 now is the count. Yeah, she has been hit by a pitch, scored a run. She walked, was thrown out trying to steal second in a questionable bang-bang play. Patterson looks at that one low for a ball. 2-1 now goes the count here. Well, this is the darn if you do, darn if you don't situation with Patterson. She can lay down a bunt, beat it out in a hurry, especially with you playing back the way the defense is now. Or if you play up, she can hit it over your head. Takes that healthy chop there at that one. Runs the count even now at 2-2. Boy, if Co-Lin can get out of this inning with no damage done. We saw the Indians do it a little bit earlier on. Co-Lin trying to return the serve here and keep this a 1-0 ball game. 2-2 is the count with 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Runner at third. That's one of those insurance runs. And, of course, when we talk about the insurance runs, we talk about your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Patterson looks at that pitch high for a ball.
Some very animated coaches and fans for Co-Lin on that pitch.
Yeah, they wanted that one for strike 3. And
one lady came out of her chair about 2 feet in the air.
Yeah, that's one of those situations. If you're ICC and the shoes on the other foot, you want it as well. Just didn't get it there. Count goes full now here to Patterson. 3-2 pitch coming. Patterson lifts this one, and it's going to drop. And the Indians are going to get the extra run. And Patterson with a double. Clutch base hit there for Mackenzie Patterson. Well, that's what you needed there if you're an ICC fan, as that was a Renaissance Rewards extra base hit. Visit RenaissanceBank.com to learn more about Renaissance Reward extra checking accounts, which offer things like roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, and over 400,000 discounts there. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. And the thing you understand if you're ICC, you got a big-time clutch hit there with 2 outs in the inning. And this is going to be a pop-up, and the second baseman will squeeze it for the out. But the Indians do get that 1 run in that situation, and a good job manufacturing that run on some small ball as ICC leads it 2-0 after 5 complete. Let's take a break here from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser, only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the top of the 6th inning. As Jenkins still in the circle here for the Indians, but they do have Robinson warming up in the bullpen in case she's needed. But you know Jenkins wants to go the distance here. But this one far from over. As we know, Co-Lin's bats, they can explode at any moment. Well, they're down to their final 6 outs of the game, so they're going to have to start finding the bats here.
Well, they are at the point where they would love to be. This 3 through 6 or 7 spot on the lineup is where they really did the damage in Game 1 as they tried to mount a comeback that ultimately failed, but that's who they want at the plate.
So this is Braverham at the plate. She is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly here in game 2. This is that first pitch in there for a strike. Top of the 6th inning, Adam Gore, Michael Upton bringing this action. Number 3, Co-Lin. Number 6, ICC. Here in an absolute beautiful day in Fulton. We thank you for tuning in. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. And throws over for the out, 4-3. To retire
the catcher,
the first batter. And now this is going to be Carter. And Carter has been a thorn in the side of the Indians. Although she's 0 for 1 with a strikeout here in the first game, she does have a walk, but was erased on a fielder's choice back in the 4th. But again, another one of those bats that you can't sleep on here if you're an Indian. There's a hard hit ball, and it's going to get by for a hit.
That's a second tough play that Posey's had there at third. It's just blistered right at her glove and popped off.
And that's what we're talking about. Like when they hit the ball, they typically hit it hard. And that was another one of those situations there. And it's one of those plays that if you make it, it's a great defensive play. But just couldn't quite get it going there. So now it's going to be Blanchard coming to the plate. We do have a runner coming into the game here for the Wolves. This is going to be Faith Ashley coming in to run in place of Carter, the catcher. Basically be a substitution in, substitution out in the exchange of the innings here.
Right, I believe she came in and pitch ran in game 1 as well.
Yep. And so now, tying run at the plate. This is Blanchard, who is 0 for 2 here in game 2. She reached on a fielder's choice, was erased on a fielder's choice back in the 4th, and she also flew out to right in her first at bat of the day. But she did have a big-time clutch triple there in game 1 to score a run. Swings in the first one she sees. It goes foul for strike 1. 0-1 is the count here to Blanchard. Game 2, if you're just now joining us, ICC picked up a 7-4 win in the first game of the day. As Blanchard awaiting this 0-1 pitch. And it's in there for a strike. Good job taking some speed off of that one. Hitting the location and getting ahead in the count now, 0-2. Trying to keep an eye on that baseball game between ICC and Co-Lin. As the Indians taking a 5-4 advantage into the 9th. Blanchard at the plate. That one set up to go outside the whole time that time. Good eye, holds off on it. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner at first for Co-Lin here in the top of the 6th. ICC with a 2-0 advantage. And fouls that one off. 1-2 will stay the count here. It was a ground ball to the shortstop that scored Mackenzie Patterson in the first. And then it was Mackenzie Patterson stepping up with a 2-out double that scored Henry. That was back in the bottom of the 5th. And that's the Sonic scoring update so far in the contest. This one up, and it's going to be back. Patterson makes the play.
She covered a lot of ground there, Adam, and made a great play to get that ball. As she tends to play left of center from our view, and that ball was dead center to slightly right, so she covered a lot of ground to get there.
Yeah, that was just a incredible, great play out there in center field by Patterson to get the second out. And you saw, if you were watching on the Little Caesars Instant Replay there, just how much ground she had to cover. And it was a lot. Big 2 outs now. Runner did not advance from first to second on the play. And now this is Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets the ball through, and it's going to be a little C&I single out to right field. Second hit of the inning here. And now the go-ahead run coming to the plate for the Wolves, and that's Djokovic. So 2 outs, runners on first and second here. Got to be careful if you're the Indians, as you're trying to get out of this inning with no damage done. Now the go-ahead run at the plate here in the top of the 6th. Runners at first and second, 2 away. Jenkins set to deliver. This ball, deep fly ball, and out of here. And that's what we said. Co-Lin's got some pop in their bat. And that's going to be a 3-run home run off the bat of Djokovic. And it's a new ball game as Co-Lin now has battled back to take a 3-2 advantage. Well, a big-time clutch hit there by the first baseman, her first hit of game 2, and none bigger than that one, as now it's 3-2 Co-Lin.
As we said earlier, this game can change so quick, it just takes one batter. You know, even though you feel confident with 2 outs, still got to get them out.
And so now with 2 outs, it's going to be Norman coming to the plate. She's 0 for 2. Indians trying to find the exit here, but Co-Lin making a little bit of noise as they're heading to the door. They now lead it 3-2. That pitch in there for a strike. Norman grounded out to the shortstop, lined out on a great play by Patterson to start the 5th. So she is 0 for 2. Now this one flown out to left field and will make the play. Damage done by the Wolves. It was a 3-run home run by Djokovic, and the Wolves now lead it 3-2. ICC's got a little bit of work to do here in game 2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Hayes, Watts, and Posey scheduled up for the Indians. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The top's right here, look.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back as ICC's got some work to do here after a 3-run home run off the bat of Djokovic. Gives Co-Lin their first lead of the afternoon, their second lead of the afternoon. They actually led it 1-0 in game 1, but a big lead here, first lead in game 2. And it's going to be Hayes, Watts, and Posey due up here for the Indians. And now we talked about Co-Lin being down to their final 6 out. Now ICC is down to their final 6 outs here in game 2.
And indeed, you see that insurance run from the last inning be very important. So it's only a 1-run lead, not insurmountable, but really got to find these bats coming alive, which have really just been quiet as anything for ICC in game 2 today.
That pitch missing for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. As that ball fouled back, 2-1 now is the count. Well, it was a Lane Domino home run and a ICC BSU sac fly by Tyler Murphy to give the Indians a 7-4 advantage in the middle of the ninth. That's game 1 down at Co-Lin. The Indians trying to get that win there. That's also a top 20 matchup between ICC and Co-Lin, and a beautiful off-speed pitch in there for a strike.
Yeah, a little delay by the umpire, but that was a very pretty pitch.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs, nobody on here. Co-Lin leading 3-2. And that one's going to be a routine fly ball out to center field for out number 1.
Yeah, she just got underneath that one and flied out center.
Number 27, Ivy.
Well, this is where ICC would like to see some production start picking up as we creep further into the season. Ivy Watts 0 for 2 does have an RBI. If they can get the bats of Ivy Watts and Brianna Posey fired up, they could be a very dangerous, very tough lineup. As Watts fouls this one back for a strike. And what a time other than now to get those bats fired up here for the Indians.
Yeah, exactly what they need. Got to have somebody, as we said, step up. Last time it was Henry getting on, and eventually Patterson bringing her in. We got to have somebody do the same here.
So Watts stands in, looks at that pitch, ball gets away, but nobody on base to do any damage with. As now the count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th. ICC trailing 3-2 after a 3-run home run off the bat of Bella Dukovic has changed the outlook of this one. And that came with 2 outs in the inning. That pitch, I thought the umpire's going to stand up and call it a strike. It looked like he might have just lost his bounce a little bit coming up and called it a ball. 2-1 now.
Yeah, it was a little bit low.
Well, he had that quick stand up. Like I said, I think he kind of just lost a little bit of balance. As this ball popped up, second baseman going in and, nearly ran into the right fielder that time. And now there's 2 outs in the inning.
Slot is the third baseman, number 24, Brianna.
And now this is going to be Posey, who is 0 for 2 on the day. 0 for 5 in the game, in the series, I should say. So Bree is due here.
Yeah, same as Dukovic was for Co-Lin, having a rough day until the home run. Posey's due as well.
So Posey will stand in here. Takes up to that first pitch, inside for a ball.
And we know she has the power, so we'd love to see another Raphael Henry souvenir ball go out.
Yes. So 1-0 is the count here to Posey. And there's a shot, and it gets through. Nice hit there by Posey, and that's what we said. When she hits the ball, man, she hits it with a lot of power. So now you've got a runner on here. And Madison Jenkins coming to the plate. We talk about Posey being due. Well, Jenkins also due here for the Indians, and man, she can really help her own cause with the base hit here.
Nobody else has got more incentive to really want to put some more runs across the plate.
We talk about ICC having a very slim roster this year. It might be the case in the situation here. I expected to see a runner come in for Posey in this situation, but they elected to stay with Posey. And it might just be for the simple fact they don't have anybody to run.
Yeah,
so,
I think we got 5 players on the bench, 3 pitchers, a catcher, and a utility player. So I'm not sure the speed on those particular players.
As that pitch in there for a strike, he was at the count at 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jenkins at the plate. Pops this one up and fouls it back out of play. And 1-2 now goes the count. Well, a 2-out single by Posey has extended the inning here. It was a 2-out home run by Co-Lin that's made it a 3-2 contest. Can the Indians rally here with a 2-out rally of their own? This pitch fouled off, and we'll sit at 1-2.
Yeah, she reached out, got a piece of that with the end of her bat, enough to stay alive.
Wind blowing out towards left, but not enough to really carry a ball out of here. It's kind of the way the wind normally blows here is from foul pole to foul pole. Jenkins pops this one back and out of play, and once again staying at 1-2. Boy, she's starting to time up on the ball a little bit better. You mess up and throw something she can square up on. We talk about Posey's power. Jenkins has got just as much power as Posey to put one out of the ballpark on any swing.
Co-Lin's got somebody up in the bullpen.
That ball in the dirt. 2-2 now is the count.
And that looks to be Sarah Blanchard, who pitched game 1 and is in this game as the DP. She is warming up, so possibly see her come in if necessary.
So waiting the 2-2 offering here to Jenkins. Taking a lot of time here, and Jenkins calls for time. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. Bottom of the 6th inning, ICC trailing 3-2 here in game 2. And Jenkins doing a good job of finding a piece of that one and keeping the at-bat alive here. So the count will stay 2-2 here. Jenkins trying to find a way to win this at-bat. Lucky trying to get out of this inning with no damage done. 3-2 is the lead in favor of Co-Lin. Game 2, bottom of the 6th. And that one skips away, and the runner will advance. Can't find the ball. And she does so now. And so that'll put the runner over at second. The count now will go full at 3-2 as Posey advances on the wild pitch. And now the tying run a little bit closer. Now in scoring position.
Could be a big impact on the game on this pitch right here.
Awaiting the 3-2 pitch here from Lucky. Swing and miss. Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there.
No runs.
And
1 hit, no errors.
the
One
third
runner left on
strikeout
base.
of the game for Lucky. A big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there. We'll head to the seventh. Still a meat on the bones left here, folks. Co-Lin leads it 3-2. Don't go anywhere, as we'll hear from Renaissance Bank and more, and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
Gee willikers, this Coca-Cola Zero Sugar tastes mighty delicious.
Come on, buddy. It has 0 sugar.
But it tastes great.
Let's take the breakables away. If you keep lying like this, you'll be a puppet forever.
But it's the honest truth.
You'll never be a real boy.
No, it's no lie.
You're right. It's delicious.
Told you. I never lie.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back. We do have a little bit of a conversation going on right now between the head coaches and the umpires. And they're going to say right now ICC is saying that Co-Lin did not re-enter the catcher after subbing her out for a runner back in the 6th inning. And so now they're going to talk this over here, and Coach Kirk is talking it over. And it should be, a simple answered in this situation where if they did bring him back in, the umpire would have the note in his book.
Right.
Or he wouldn't have the note in his book. So now they're talking this over here. That was the extended situation there that we end up bringing it back, and we're going to keep it here right now. 3-2 is the score. And
I guess there's just a discussion over how do you remedy the situation? What is the relief that ICC gets for their violation?
And then Coach Kirk is pleading his case out there to the home plate umpire, and both of them shaking their heads, yes, no, yes, no. They've gone back multiple times to talk to the Co-Lin coach as well as Coach Andy Kirk, and whatever it is, the umpires are going to let us exchange innings now. And I'll be honest with you folks, that's one rule I don't know. I don't know what happens when you sub someone out as a runner and then don't sub them back into the game. So that'll be a learning opportunity for us later on. New pitcher coming into the game here for ICC, as it will be Emily Robinson coming in here for the Indians. So while she takes a warm-up pitch, let's hear from Sonic and be back with more right after this.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The top's right here. Look.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back as we get set here for the top of the seventh. Before we start the top of the seventh, baseball ICC is winners 7-5 over Co-Lin in game one. That pitch across for a strike. This is Emily Robinson. She picked up her sixth save of the season in the first game. It's not a save opportunity here for Robinson, as she's just going to try to come in and quickly silence the bats of Co-Lin to see if ICC can get something dramatic going in the bottom of the seventh. That pitch fouled off. 0-2 now is the count here.
Yeah, this is Robinson's 16th appearance of the year. She is 3-0 with those 6 saves you mentioned. Has 33 strikeouts and only 7 walks on the year.
So that pitch missing outside for a ball.
In game one, she came in the midst of Co-Lin's rally and was able to shut that down and close out the game in a strong manner. So that's what Coach Kirk wants her to finish out this 7th inning here. Batter fouls that one off to stay 0-2. I mean 1-2. I'm sorry.
1-2 is the count. Well, I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, well, I've got my rule and stat guru, Kevin Maloney, so I text him to see what that ruling would be if that was the case. But I know he's probably got games with Jones right now as well. 1-2 pitch coming. Slow roller. And they're going to call it a foul ball. Or did he call it a foul ball?
He did, but there was an aggressive, not an aggressive tag, but when Watts caught the ball and came down to make a tag, thinking it was a live ball, it kind of got into the face of the runner, so a little scarier than
the home plate, or excuse me, the first base coach ran all the way down the line, and I thought he called it foul, and I guess she didn't hear it that time. So we stay at 1-2. There's a grounder. Pitcher finds it, throws it over for the putout. So 1-3 retires Leak. And now we go back to the top of the order here, and it'll be Miller coming to the plate. So Co-Lin looking for some insurance runs here in the top of the 7th. Swings on the first pitch he sees, and that's going to be a foul ball. 0-1 is the count. As that ball goes foul. 0-2 now is the count. So 0-2 is the count here to Miller. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there of Miller for the second out of the inning.
For Co-Lin from Wesson, the center fielder, number 23, Maxwell.
Well, so far, Robinson's done exactly what she needed to do. Came in and got the first 2 batters out. She can get Maxwell out with no trouble, give the Indians a chance to tie up or win the game in the bottom of the 7th.
Kevin, just as confused as we are on the ruling there. He said, let me get back with you real quick. All right, he says that runner or someone else has to go play in that spot. I think it's an automatic out when that spot comes up in the lineup next time if you call them out on it. Well, if that's the case, then we'd have to get a couple more batters up in this situation as the ball in the dirt. 2-0 now is the count.
And that is not the situation the Indians need. They want to go ahead and get this third out now. They don't want to advance in. I think there'd be some other relief, but don't know the rule book, sure.
That pitch in there for a strike. Of course, appreciate Kevin reaching out on that. As we said, that's what we think the situation was, as we didn't get much communication. We did text down to Lee, and he said that's what he thinks it was. And that's about the only thing that would make sense, as that pitch missing high for a ball. 3-1 now is the count. 2 outs. Top of the 7th, ICC trailing 3-2. They picked up a 7-4 win in the first game. Got a little bit of work to do here, see if they can earn the sweep. As that pitch in there for a strike. 3-2 now is the count from Robinson. So count goes full here to Maxwell. She's 1 for 2 on the day. Pops this one up, and that one's going to be dropped for a hit. Well, just put the bat out there and had enough on it to get over the head of the third baseman who was in that time. The left fielder couldn't charge in quick enough, and that'll be the second hit of the day for Maxwell. And Brabham will come to the plate now with a runner on first and 2 outs. She is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. So Indians trying to find the exit, but once again, Co-Lin trying to spark a 2-out rally. That's what they did back in the 6th, and it ended up being a 3-run home run off the bat of Djokovic. And that right now is the difference in the game. 0-1 is the count here to Brabham. And that one in there for a strike as well. 0-2 is the count, and she did not like that one. She felt that one was a little outside, but Robinson getting the call.
If Brabham were to reach for any reason, that would bring up Carter, the catcher, and we would find out what would happen with this questionable situation.
That pitch outside for a ball. Yeah, that's the case.
So it may potentially be the third out on deck, but I don't know.
Could be.
We'll see what happens. She's on deck like she would normally hit, so.
There's a slow roller. Third baseman gets it, throws over in time, and we will never find out. 5-3 on the putout will end the inning.
No errors, 1 runner left.
So the Indians, they got to find some magic here in the bottom of the 7th. Due up will be Hannah Henry, Connor Stevens, and Katie Boatner for the Indians. 3-2 is the score as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Before we do that, we're going to hear a word from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Henry!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's going to be the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up here for the Indians. And to start us off is going to be Hannah Henry. Well, right now, if you're the Indians, you need somebody on the bases.
And Hannah's a great person to have at bat. Last time up, she singled, advanced on a stolen base, and was scored by Mackenzie Patterson's double. So love to see her get on again.
As we had a lot of confusion in the exchange of the 6th inning on the play as ICC says they never subbed anybody in. The umpires went back and forth quite a lot. Of course, we couldn't hear that conversation, so we don't know what it is. You play on either way. 3-2 is your score. Bottom of the 7th. That first pitch missing for a ball. Second pitch missing for a ball as well. 2-0 now is the count. Well, it don't matter if you walk, get hit by a pitch, or get a single, double, or a triple. You got to get on base right now if you're Henry or any of the Indians. And she takes a good eye on that one. The count goes 3-0. If you're Co-Lin right now, you want to just kind of step back, take a deep breath, and go after these batters and see if you can earn the split this afternoon in Fulton. And now the tying run is on base.
Exactly what Henry needed to do.
Yeah, Henry starts us off with a 4-pitch walk.
Now batting for the Lady Indians.
And this is going to be Connor Stevens coming to the plate, but they're going to have a quick meeting in the circle here. High drama in the bottom of the 7th. ICC's got the tying run on base. We're going to take a timeout and be back with more right after this.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll Tribe!
And welcome back as that meeting in the circle broken up there. Doesn't appear to be any changes here for Co-Lin. Tying run is at first base. That's Hannah Henry who started us off with a single. Connor Stevens had a sacrifice bunt in her previous at-bat. She has walked. As Stevens will dig in. That first pitch missing low for a ball.
Yeah, Lucky has pitched the entire game here, so you really want to hope that she's getting a little tired, taking a little off her pitches, and give these Indian batters something to get to work with.
And this one fouled back. 1-1 is the count.
Yeah, she tried to get that drop bunt in there, and it just popped up off the end and went foul.
And so 1-1 now is the count. Runner goes. Throw down is not in time, and there's a big-time stolen base there for the Indians.
Indeed. Really getting that runner into scoring position with no outs makes a big difference.
Well, anything down to the gap here would be huge for the Indians. They trail at 3-2. Tying run now in scoring position, bottom of the 7th. Connor Stevens, the Amory native, third-generation Indian at the plate. Pops this one back and out of play, and the count now goes 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no out, tying run at second base. Bottom of the 7th, game 2. ICC trailing by 1. Stevens waiting the pitch. Pops this one up in the infield. Third baseman's going to go over and drops it. Nobody covering third base, and Henry will get there. Wow.
That is just what the doctor ordered for the Indians.
Well, that was a tough play, as we talked about. The wind kind of shifting a little bit.
It goes an error, though.
And that's going to be an error. And the Indians now with the tying run at third base.
Winning run at first.
Winning run is at first, and there's no outs in the inning. We'll see what the Indians elect to do in this situation. Right now, Katie Boatner is due up.
I think there's a little game plan in here between. Hey, we will have a.
We're going to have a
pitch batter.
Batter coming into this situation. And this is going to be number 22, Hampton, coming into bat.
Indians, number 22, Kamaya Hampton.
So Hampton's going to come in and bat in this situation, and Upton haven't seen Hampton a lot this season. You got some numbers on her right there?
Yeah, you know, she is a pitcher and has only had 3 at-bats, but is batting .333, so 1 for 3.
So Hampton will dig in a tight situation. Tying run at third base, no outs. Winning run is at first. Hampton looks at that one. Runner will head to second without an issue or a throw. And so now the winning run is at second base. Will we have some dramatics here in Fulton? There's no outs. Runners on second and third. 0-1 is the count here to Hampton, who is coming in to pitch hit for Boatner.
Well, Adam, we've got the drama. We just need to see how it unfolds.
Hampton late on the fastball. 0-2 now is the count. So Hampton, you said she has 1 hit on the day on her career?
Yeah,
1 and 3?
1 for 3 this year.
Well, second one could be huge here from the Indians.
Held
that
off
pitch
on
outside and just held off on that one. They're going to try to appeal, but the infield umpire is over at between second and third. There's no way he could.
Yeah, they appealed, and he said she did not go around.
And so now the count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strike, no out. Kamaya Hampton at the plate. Tying run at third, winning run at second. Pops this one up, out of play, and we'll stay at 1-2.
Good reflexes from our own Lee Adams there to avoid that foul ball.
Actually, it stayed in play. I thought it got out of play, but yeah, rolled back in.
It hit that wall just above Lee's head on the dugout and
he's tall enough,
shot back in.
Yeah, he's tall enough to have to worry about that. Me, not so much. 1-2 is the count. No outs. Hampton hits one to second. They're going to go to first, get the out. We've got a tie ball game. Clutch hit off the bat of Kamaya Hampton.
Yeah, exactly what she needed to come in there to get that sacrifice, tie the game up, and only 1 out and a runner on third. You bring up the hottest batter for ICC today and a great chance to win this game and take the series.
What a big-time clutch hit there, or not really a hit. Just put the bat on the ball to the right side of the field. The good job there allowed the runner not only to score but advance from second to third. And now the Indians, with 1 out in the inning, has the game-winning run at third, and Mackenzie Patterson at the plate. That pitch high for a ball.
You got to wonder about Lucky. Going through this batter this many times. They've seen her this many times. She's got to be getting a little bit tired out there. So
yeah, and in this situation, I don't know if they have the intentional walk without having to pitch now in softball, but I don't know if you may think about
putting her
walking
on
Patterson in this situation to at least set yourself up for a potential double play. But you do that, Patterson does have the ability to steal.
Right.
In
and
that
they would,
situation.
Yeah, and it'd be much like just a second ago when Stevens stole with no throw. I don't think you'd have much of a chance on getting her. So I think a walk would automatically put her on second.
Yeah, it's one of those darn if you do, darn if you don't situations here. Patterson swings through that one. 1-1 now is the count with one out. Winning run is at third base. That is Connor Stevens, who reached on an error and stole second. One out, bottom of the seventh. 3-3 contest. Patterson shows bunt, and they tried to squeeze play, and luckily for the Indians, nobody was covering third base.
Right. The third baseman came in on the potential bunt, and the shortstop did not get over there in time to make any type of play.
And Patterson originally pulled back on it, but then remembered it was the squeeze play, tried to get something down.
Oh,
and
no.
That was a line out, and oh, what a play by Co-Lin. We've got extra innings coming up here. Free softball as a great play over there at third base gets the Little Caesars double play to end the inning. Wow. 3-3 as we head to the 8th. Don't go anywhere, folks. Back with more right after this.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back as we head to the top of the 8th inning. 4, 5, 6 batters due up here. And if this is Carter and they never re-entered her, according to the rules, this should be an out in this situation.
Yeah, I don't know if that means she's out or just an out is recorded and she's still allowed to hit, but
it looks like it's not going to be the situation. Of course, we don't know what was said amongst the umpires as they were talking to both head coaches, so we can't necessarily give you a fair definition on that. And so the run gets Jenkins off the hook for the loss today. And that pitch across for a strike from Robinson.
That's her in line for a potential victory if the Indians can get another one.
And that pitch finds the outside corner. 0-2 now is the count here to Carter. Well, apparently that wasn't the case because they say play on here. Top of the 8th inning. And that ball's fouled off. Will stay at 0-2. Carter, Blanchard, and Wilkinson. Well, if you're Co-Lin, this is where you want to be right now, as the heart of the lineup has been solid today for the Wolves. We had a 7-4 game in the first game, 3-3 extra innings here in game 2. Can't ask for better softball this afternoon in Fulton. That pitch outside for a ball. 1-2 now goes the count. Well, I guess you could ask for better softball. Would have been a walk-off hit for the Indians, but if you're a fan of the sport of softball, this has been a great series here between two of the top teams in the country.
Indeed, that was a heartbreaking play at the end of the last inning for the Indians, but as a fan, that was exciting to see.
Jamder is going to be fouled off and will safely land in foul territory. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs as Carter starts us off here in the top of the 8th inning. And this one hit, line drive right to the shortstop.
Now batting for the Lady
I'll
Bulls,
eventually get it right.
DP.
As that was a great play there by the shortstop. She just stood up, grabbed it on a rope, One out now, and this will be Blanchard at the plate.
And the important part is the out is scored.
So one away now, nobody on here in the top of the 8th inning. And Robinson tosses that one across for a strike. So 0-1 is the count now here on Blanchard. She's reached on a fielder's choice. She's flown out to right and center. As that pitch outside for a ball, 1-1 now is the count. That fly out to center, it sounded like a routine play that I just said there, but it was a great run, long run, and catch by Patterson out in center field. And this pitch fouled off. 1-2 now goes the count.
Yeah, I think Patterson covered a good quarter mile on that run to catch Blanchard out last time she was at bat.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes now is the situation. 1 out and nobody on. Indians left the runner, or excuse me, got it hit into a double play to end that last inning. And that one's going to be down for extra bases. Just over the glove of Ivy Watts. That's going to be a double.
Now batting for the Wolves, number 24, Wilkinson.
For Blanchard. I was trying to look and see if they're doing the international tiebreaker rule, but apparently not.
We had that in a non-conference game early in the year.
Yeah, non-conference. It might be the situation there, so they may have voted not to do it inside conference play. We'll have another runner in this situation enter, and this is going to be number 7 into the contest, I believe. And that's going to be Mallory Cade. Cade into the contest here to run in place of Blanchard, the DP. Well, if you're the Indians, you're glad there's not a runner out there in that international tiebreaker rule, because that would have scored the run. If you're Co-Lin, well, you hate that there wasn't one out there.
Yeah, we saw that in the first game of the year here, way back in February, and didn't turn out so well for the Indians that day.
And so this is Wilkinson at the plate. She singled, scored a run in her previous at-bat. Also has reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out to second. That pitch in there for a strike. So 0-1 is the count. Robinson in the circle. There's one away and a runner on second here for the Wolves. And that's going to be a grounder to the shortstop. Great job looking the runner back to second to not allow her to advance. 6-3 on the putout. So much so that she even looked after drawing back to throw the first time and then still had enough arm in her to retire Wilkinson 6-3. 2 outs now, and now this is going to be trouble coming to the plate. Djokovic in her last at bat, well, she sent a 3-run home run over the field and left and gave Co-Lin their first lead of the second game. ICC was able to battle back in the bottom of the 7th to tie it up here and force us into extra innings. That pitch in there for a strike.
Robinson not afraid to attack her early.
That's kind of been the scouting report on Robinson, is she likes to fill up the strike zone. The only problem is she does such a good job of changing her locations and speeds that it keeps batters on their heels. Ground ball, foul ball, and 0-2 now will go the count on Djokovic.
She also does such a great job of having a very consistent release that batters don't really know what's coming until it's too late.
So 0-2 now is the count. 2 outs. Runner at second here for the Wolves. And this one popped up. Watts goes back and squeezes it for the out. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning, where it'll be Rutledge, Hayes, and Watts due up for the Indians. Don't go anywhere, folks. Got a good one brewing here. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The top's right here, look.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 8th inning. Rutledge, Hayes, and Watts due up here for the Indians. It was a double by Blanchard in the top part of the inning, but a ground out to the shortstop and a pop-up to the first baseman got the Indians out of that jam. And now ICC, they had a chance for it in the bottom of the 7th, but it was a great defensive play by Co-Lin to turn a Little Caesars double play to get out of the jam with a winning run at third base. As this is going to be ripped and right at the right fielder. Good job charging in on that one. Hard hit ball by Rutledge. But it was Miller who was out there able to run in and make the play. So one away now, and this is going to be Kara Hayes at the plate. So Hayes will come in. She's 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout, looking for her first hit of the game. Swings on this one, fly ball. Center fielder's going to jog over and get the out. 2 quick outs here. And now Ivy Watts coming to the plate.
For the Lady Indians, the first baseman, number 27, Ivy.
So Watts will come to the dish. Why not have a special memory of your sophomore year by getting a walk-off home run against the number 3 team in the country in the bottom of the 8th? Watts looks at that changeup across for a strike. Co-Lin, though, they're trying to get to the top of the 9th. 2 quick outs here, and Ivy Watts is at the plate. Game 2. As Watts pops this one up, and that's going to do it for the inning.
Oh,
wow. Did they
collision.
Hang on to it? Oh,
yeah, but they collided.
No runs, no hits, no errors.
As players are down on the field right now, as they ran into each other, and they hit heads hard. It was just out of the screen over there, so we're going to step away as that was the 3rd out of the inning. And for anyone watching at home, it was a collision between the shortstop and third baseman. It looks like the third baseman may still be down over there in foul territory. We're going to step away and come back with an update right after this on the ICC Sports Network as we head to the 9th.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The top's right here, look.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, Tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll Tribe!
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 3-3 is your score. We're getting set to move to the top of the ninth inning as the update on the field right now. After a couple of players from Co-Lin collided, it was the shortstop and third baseman. Carly Leak is up and walked away from the situation. Like she may have maybe busted her chin open a little bit, but right now the third baseman, Bravram, I do apologize if I'm saying that wrong, appears to still be down on the field, but she does have medical staff looking at her out there and some of her teammates and maybe some family, or not teammates, excuse me, but coaches and maybe some of her family out there as well. She is sitting up, so that's a good thing, and looks like she is communicating with everyone, and it looks like from a distance may have just a little bit of a smile on her face, so hopefully she is okay as we're going to step away one more time, hear a few words from our sponsors, and come back with the top of the ninth. 3-3 is the score.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle in the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
Gee willikers, this Coca-Cola Zero Sugar tastes mighty delicious.
Come on, buddy. It has 0 sugar.
But it tastes great.
Let's take the breakables away. If you keep lying like this, you'll be a puppet forever.
But it's the honest truth.
You'll never be a real boy.
No, it's no lie.
You're right. It's delicious.
Told you. I never lie.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear.
The top's right here, look.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And from my family,
Roll Tribe! Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Well, good news there as we see the young lady from Co-Lin able to get up on her own power out there, and that's just a sigh of relief as really out of your view, the two players kind of ran into each other. The third baseman stopped, the shortstop continued through trying to get that foul ball, and they did get the foul ball for the third out, and it was a little while before Leak was able to get up. She walked off on her own power, and it's really good now to see the third baseman, I believe it's Brabham, walking off on her own power as well as we get set to enter the ninth inning. So we're going to see if the umpires will give them time to kind of get back in the loop of things, going to warm up or what, or if they're just going to say play ball in this situation. So I know we've already given you a lot of commercial breaks. We do appreciate everyone sitting through this as we're going to take another one as Emily Robinson returns to the circle here to take her warm-up pitches. So we'll be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. no monthly fees, and no minimum balance. And I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Robinson's first pitch across for a strike. This is Norman on deck. Leak is scheduled up. She was one of those that was involved in that accident before the start of this inning, so we'll see if she remains on deck as that pitch across for a strike as well. Quickly ahead in the count now is Robinson at 0-2. Time is taken here, and now they're going to talk things over here with the home plate umpire, and the home plate umpire just simply walked back behind the catcher.
I'm not sure what he asked for. He kind of motioned toward left field and the foul pole line, and I'm not sure what he's.
I'm not certain either.
What his question was.
Oh, bizarre second half of this game. Swing and a miss for strike three. Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there. The second.
Number 9 hitter in the order, the shortstop. 13, Lee. Lee.
And so that might have been what it was. They might have been talking about needing to find someone to come up to the plate, and it does appear that it will not be Leak.
No, Miller has stepped out into the on-deck circle, which should be next up after this position, but.
And so.
It's like 11.
This is 13. So, yeah, Leak is going to stay in and bat.
Okay.
Hey, kudos to her, folks, because like I said, that was, even though you didn't see it, it was a hard collision. And so she's going to stay in the game, and that's what I say. She's the shortstop, and you play in that infield at softball, you got to be tough as nails, and she wins that award as she's going to stand in and bat here for the Wolves with one out and nobody on. Tip of the cap to you, Carly Leak. Is that pitch across for a strike? Robinson in the circle, got a Renaissance Bank strikeout to start the inning. One out now, Leak, and then we go back to the top of the lineup in Miller. That pitch fouled off. 0-2 now goes the count here to Leak. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 9th inning. It's not that often I get to talk about our 9th inning sponsor.
Very rare.
In softball. As there's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Robinson gets it and tosses it over 1-3 on the putout. This 9th inning is being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life, give Joey a call at 862-9340. That's 862-9340, or stop by and see him there at 710 South Adams Street. So with 2 outs now, this is Miller as we go back to the top of the lineup, and that one's going to get through.
Yeah, the second baseman was playing in, expecting a bunt, and just got a bad hop.
Now batting.
So,
the center fielder, number 23,
call that a hit or an error?
Maxwell.
Infield was in that time.
Infield was in, so.
We'll be generous and call that a hit. Of course, these Sonic stats, not official. We get those official stats from the coaches, typically the next day. But now Maxwell at the plate with 2 outs and a runner at first. Shows bunt, attempts at it, comes up empty, strike 1. 0-1 now is the count. There's 2 outs, runner at first. Top of the 9th inning. Co-Lin and ICC, 2 of the top teams in the country, giving fans their money's worth today as we're in the top of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss there. 0-2 now is the count.
Robinson continues to be strong. She was in game 1 and has been since she came in here in game 2. Staying ahead of batters, getting strikes. Just focus on the batter here and end the inning.
So runner at first. 0-2 is the count with 2 outs. Robinson set to deal. And maybe a pitch out in that sense to see if the runner might have been going. You did have a pitch to waste. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, Hayes was setting up a little outside, so I think that was intentional there.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Grounder Second baseman gets it, tosses it over, and a nice stretch there by Watts to get the out. 4-3 to retire Maxwell and get out of the inning there. We'll head to the bottom of the ninth, where to be Posey, Jenkins, and Henry scheduled up for ICC. Can the Indians find some magic and walk it off in the bottom of the ninth? We'll find out when we come back here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. And I gave props to Leak, and I got to give props here. Third baseman Rabham staying in the game as well, so she is still over there at third base. Man, again, a tip of the cap to that young lady for being able to battle through that and stay in the game there. As this is going to be Brianna Posey at the plate. Bottom of the ninth inning, 3-3 is your score. And Posey takes a healthy cut at that one, comes up empty, strike one.
You also got to talk about Lucky. She's going out starting her ninth inning on the day. So a lot of fortitude out of their pitcher as well.
Posey rips one and it's going to get through. A base hit there to start the inning from Posey.
It's 2 singles in a row for her.
Well, that's what we talked about. Just get those bats fired up a little bit. Find some hits. Don't try to just knock it out of the ballpark all the time. And back-to-back hits there for Posey. And looks like we are going to have a runner this time. And this is going to be Jenkins at the plate. So we'll see who the Indians are going to bring in to run in this situation for Posey. And it's going to be number 3, Madison Burris, coming in to run. Burris, the Game 1 winner. Well, why not be the Game 2 winning run if you're Burris?
Be a great way to sandwich your day.
As this is Jenkins at the plate. Jenkins is 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. We'll see if the Indians, they like to play small ball. We'll see if they elect to do that here. Jenkins looks at that first pitch high for a ball. Well, the question is, we don't see Madison Burris run that often. So the Indians trying to manufacture a run here in the bottom of the ninth. And we'll see what they elect to do with Burris. Shows bunt, pops it up.
Oh, no.
And it's going to be an out. Oh, we said it. And nothing against Madison whatsoever. But you just have days at the ballpark where your bat betrays you, and that's been the case today for Jenkins, as that time just couldn't get out on top of that bunt, popped it up, and an easy put out there for the catcher for out number 1. So now this is going to be Hannah Henry. She walked, scored the tying run. She's got a single and scored a run in her previous at bat before that. She's also stole a couple of bases. And so now with 1 out and the winning run at first base here in the bottom of the ninth, Henry, and then it'll be Stevens up next. So 1-0 is the count here to Henry. Henry slaps this one, and it's going to be down for a hit. Henry comes in with a clutch hit there. Moves the runner to second. And Connor Stevens coming to the plate here for the Indians. Good job by Henry going with the pitch. Simply put them where they ain't that time as the ball dropped. Left fielder made a great effort to get to the ball, just couldn't do so. And now Connor Stevens coming to the plate. 1 out, runners on first and second here. Burris, your runner, at second. After she's running for Posey, who reached on a single. Stevens swings at the first pitch she sees. Strike one. Right now, if you're Stevens, you just step back, take a deep breath, and see if you can make something happen. Bat on the ball. She did it last time, and she reached on an error. Eventually got around to third base, but a double play by the Wolves to get out of the inning, and it was a beautiful one, sending us to extra innings. That pitch inside for a ball. Borderline pitch going the way of the Indians there.
I think in game one that would have been a strike. The other umpire.
I agree. Or about an hour and a half ago, it probably would have been a strike. So 1-1 is the count here to Stevens. Waiting the pitch. And can't lay off the high heat there. Now the count goes 1-2. Well, it's one of those right now. Again, if you're Connor, no pressure in this situation. Have a little fun. And let it ride when you get your pitch. 1-2 now is the count. Bottom of the ninth. Winning run at second. Change up. It hangs up for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. Not a bad spot to miss, especially after you get her chasing a couple of high pitches.
Right.
Come a little off speed up in the zone.
Yeah, she chased that first one the same way, so that's actually a very smart choice to pick there.
Waiting the 2-2 offering here from Lucky. Man, she's going the distance. As this one popped up, left fielder's chasing over. And she made the catch. Wow. Up against the fence. Wow. What a play out there in left field by Wilkinson to not only rob Stevens of an extra base hit, but to keep the Wolves in the game right now.
Yeah, but Burris had to hold up.
Yeah.
Not sure what the ball was going to do, so she wasn't even able to advance on the fly ball.
Well, it's one of those, if it would have dropped, it would have been ball game, but how do you do? Wilkinson saving the day for the Wolves there. 2 outs, and now Boatner is at the plate. She stands in and takes the first pitch for strike one. What a game. I didn't think we was going to top the first one. I was wrong.
Yeah, we've seen Wilkinson make several outstanding plays out there.
0-1 is the count. That one in there for a strike as well, 0-2. Boy, that one was just a sneeze away from being a walk-off home run off the bat of Stevens. What a great play by Wilkinson, though, to run into that. Not only hold on to it as she crashed into the fence, but to have the wherewithal to quickly get it back in the infield. That pitch outside. Co-Lin fans wanted that for strike three, but instead goes for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. Well, it's the middle of the second in baseball, and it's 0-0 between ICC and Co-Lin. Awaiting the 1-2 offering here to Boatner. Boatner looks at that pitch high for a ball. Leaves the count at 2-2. Not a bad spot to miss there again by Lucky to go see if he could get her to chase something high out of the zone. Good eye on the part of Boatner. Boatner 0 for 2. That don't matter if you can get one here if you're the Indians fans. 2-2 is the count.
Pitch was inside on her. They're not happy. It was inside.
And security aisle 3 as the fans getting after each other after that one there. 3-2 is the count. And there's ball 4. And if you're Lucky right now, I understand you're upset. You didn't get those 2 calls, but you got to dig deep. There's still 2 outs in the inning here.
And you're facing ICC's most dangerous batter today.
Yeah, and you can still get that final out to get out of the inning here, but you just got to maintain your composure. And this is going to be a good time to come to the circle here and just kind of maybe get the team calmed down. Timeout on the field. We're going to take the break with them and hear from Sonic and be back with more right after this.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back. New pitcher in the game is going to be Blanchard. She was the pitcher of record in the first game. As Co-Lin is going to just come in and bring the defense in as they warm up the pitcher here and go over the situation. Well, here's the situation, folks. High drama in the bottom of the ninth inning. There's 2 outs, bases full of Indians. And the hottest hitter at the ballpark today, Mackenzie Patterson, coming to the plate for the Indians.
She hit a grand slam off of Blanchard in game 1, and here she has an opportunity with the bases loaded once again and a chance to win the game.
So time is going to be taken here by the umpires. Had a heated exchange between the fans in between that inning. So high drama here in Fulton. Mackenzie Patterson at the plate. Winning run is at third. Bottom of the ninth inning. Patterson takes a healthy swing at that one, comes up empty as Blanchard trying to get out of this inning with no damage done here. Lucky still on the hook here if the Indians find a way to push across the run. 0-1 is the count to Patterson. Blanchard in to relieve Lucky. And Patterson chases a pitch low and outside and quickly ahead in the count now. 0-2 is the count to Patterson. Blanchard coming in, getting the job done quickly here, throwing strikes. Bases loaded, 2 outs. That pitch gets away.
Ball gets away.
Do it. Runner's going to score.
Indians win.
The Indians win. A walk-off wild pitch. And ICC gets a bizarre sweep. 4-3 of Co-Lin. Wow, what a crazy day at the ballpark.
Lady Indians, 1 run, 2 hits.
As
no
that
errors,
was
2 runners left on base.
Burris that came around to score.
Yes, Burris, and as a pinch runner.
And so ICC gets the 4-3 win. We're going to take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Natalie, when she was first driving, she literally swerved off the road a lot because she was looking at herself in the mirror.
Maybe I look at life differently.
You don't call it over space, it's outer space.
But it's underwear. The tats right here, look.
You always say chocolate's so weird. It's like chocolate.
Wherever the conversation takes you, we're here. This is Howie Sonic.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
So when are you going to get me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. What a bizarre ending to this one, as another wild finish here in Fulton as ICC picks up the sweep 4-3 on a pass ball that allowed Burris to score from third when bases were loaded, and Mackenzie Patterson was at the plate. Upton, your thoughts, one, on Game 2, but on the day today as a whole?
Well, as exciting as Game 1 was with the grand slam and the great victory for the Indians, this game just great pitcher duel early, back and forth. They come up with a big home run like we did in Game 1, and then we fought back, and Robinson comes out in relief, and it's just lights out as always. And so just an exciting game, 1 and 2.
And you're taking a look at some Little Caesars instant replays. Let's take a look at today's final line for Co-Lin. It was 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. For ICC, 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error as well. For Co-Lin, it was Miller with a pair of hits, Maxwell with a pair of hits. You had a double from Blanchard, a 3-run home run for Djokovic. For ICC, it was a double for Patterson. You had a pair of hits from Posey, a pair of hits from Henry, and that kind of rounds out your batting there. The winner was Emily Robinson. She improves to 4-0 on the year. The pitcher of record for Co-Lin was Lucky. She falls to 8-1. ICC, I believe, climbs back in the driver's seat in conference play as they improve to 18-4 overall, 10-2 in conference play. Co-Lin falls to 17-3, 12-2 in conference play. Of course, we talk about the ICC being that driver's seat simply because ICC has the head-to-head tiebreaker over Co-Lin. Well, a fun day, a long day, a good day if you're an Indian at the ballpark. ICC gets the first win of the day, 7-4, and then follow that up with an extra inning win, 4-3 here from Fulton. Michael, any final thoughts before we close things down here in the Renaissance Bank postgame report? Oh, we got to name our Sonic Star of the game.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those.
Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi play of the game. Go ahead.
There were so many people that stepped up in different ways in Game 2 and fought back and fought hard. But for play of the game, I'm going to go with Kamaya Hampton with that sacrifice RBI in the ninth. Otherwise, this game is over.
Yep.
So even with the late inning heroics in the back in the seventh, when she scored that. So that's going to be my play of the game. Exciting to see that happen. And then hate to repeat myself, but I think Emily Robinson just continues to take this team on her shoulders whenever things are tight. She comes in when we're down 3-2 and just doesn't allow anything. Keeps them out of sync, off the bases, and shuts it out. So I'm going to give her that again in Game 2.
I like that there. As you just saw on the Little Caesars instant replay, that ground ball that Upton was talking about being the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi play of the game. And you're seeing Robinson pitching here, or was pitching, as she gets our Sonic Star of the game twice today here for ICC. So that's going to do it from Fulton. An exciting day at the ballpark. When you got 2 of the top 10 teams in the country getting together, you expect exciting things to happen, and that was the case. ICC gets the sweep 7-4, Game 1, 4-3 in extra innings on a walk-off pass ball in the bottom of the ninth. For Michael Upton, Lee Adams, Raphael Henry, I'm Adam Gore saying so long for Fulton. We'll see you Monday when basketball takes on Northwest. Have a good evening, and as always, roll Tribe.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.